I'm going to share with you my top stock picks of the week, and I guarantee you, number two, it's going to surprise you. So, who am I? My name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where we save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Now, last week's pick, I just had one. HESM. So let's go look at last week's pick before we get into the new ones for this week here. So HESM, the last time that we talked was on this candle here. So I recorded it Friday morning before the market opened. And this is, so the Thursday candle, that's the last candle that I could see. Now, a couple things is that this has held up incredibly well, despite the market really selling off lately. I mean, the market has been down nearly 4.5%, where HESM actually is flat over this process here. So a lot of relative strength there. But I would tell you that I would be lying to you if I said I wouldn't have closed this trade. I would have kept this trade on, I should say, because I absolutely would have closed it. As you can see, it closed under the 10, which is one of my rules to close under. It also closed under the 20 EMA, but it has since bounced back. So HESM still continues to have a lot of strength in this market, especially considering the fact that the market itself is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. We can take a look inside of Outlier on this, and this is one of the reasons why I was interested, is that the fear had been coming out of it and more greed had been going in. As you can see, the fear and greed has definitely shifted on this one. And you compare it to the whole sector here, the energy sector, getting more and more fearful. So having that strength against the market, having that strength against the energy sector, both has a lot of headwinds for it. So I would consider this my one pick of the week. And the one pick of the week is all you're going to get. That's why I say number two is going to surprise you, because this market is weak AF. And you and I both know it. Taking a look here, I mean, the market is down so much. Market breadth, let's take a look at market breadth. This has been my key indicator to keep me out of the markets when I could see trouble on the horizon. I've been saying this since January 27th. I think that we were due for a pullback. And what happened? A pullback, right? We were due for that because we kept seeing more and more sell signals coming through, less and less buy signals. And if we look at our watch list today, we have 1,048 on our buy list and 1,364 on the sell list. So we have more sell signals than buy signals. And as of the time of recording this, we had 48 new sell signals versus only 29 new buy signals. So the market is not showing any sort of strength at all. And so I wanted to change gears a little bit and talk about the monkey hammers from last week. And boy, did we nail these. Let me tell you what. We nailed a few of these, right? So let's look at Tesla first. Good gravy. Good gravy. Good night right there. So Tesla, the last time we looked at this was last Thursday's candle, because I recorded it before Friday morning. So the 20th. If we go to the 20th right here, that's the 20th. Right there is the 20th. And it has sold off since that point another 20%. 20% down since that point right there. Now, why? It's because it's in a downtrend right here. You've got your 10 under the 20, price under the 50. So all of this right here is telling me that this is not a stock that I would buy with your money. No way would I buy this stock. And it continues to be in that downtrend. And so this is one I would avoid at all costs. Next, let's go to TTD, the trade desk. So the trade desk is one that got absolutely monkey hammered and destroyed after earnings. But then after that point, continues on a downward slide. So you had the bearish trend and then bearish earnings, and then continues with this bearish slide right here. So let's go back to the 20th. That candle was right there. And how far are we down from that one candle? We are down about 4.5% from that point. So this is not one I would be interested in at all. But one that I did talk about last week that I thought also should have been a monkey hammer is SoundCloud. Let's go look at that, SOUN. And let's move this over to the 20th. Oh, it's on the 20th right there. Yeah, continues to be in a downward trend. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist, right? All you got to do is throw through 3 moving averages on your chart to see the outlier trend template. The 10-period exponential, the 20-period exponential, and the 50. When the 10 is under the 20 and price is under the 50, this is a bearish trend. It's mathematical. It's not up to debate. Now, it might close over the 10 EMA, and I'm recording this Friday at 9:11 a.m. It might close over that. And if it does, then that might be a change in trend. In fact, my trend template that I look at here says the 10-day EMA is the indicator of the short-term trend. So if it can close over this, the short-term trend may be starting to move back up. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. So let's go to the next step here. We talked about last week's monkey hammers. Let's look at this week's picks. There are none. There are none at all. And why would I say that? Because right now the master key is telling you that this is a bearish market, hands down. You have a sell signal on the SPY. The market trend on price is bearish. Market breadth is bearish. And most of the sector breadths are bearish as well. And when that happens, I would not buy anything. I'd be buying puts, but I wouldn't be buying any stock in this market. And we can look at some that are really popular right now, some trending stocks like, pull it over here. We can look at a few of these trending stocks, but I'm telling you, there is nothing that I would put my money on. Rocket Lab, RKLB. Let's go look at Rocket Lab. RKLB. Yeah, would you buy that? I mean, you actually might, but I'm telling you, I'm not. There's no way I'm buying that. It had earnings and sold off super hard. In fact, after the earnings, it opened down 17.5%. Looks like it might be close to even on the day, but still, you've got your trend template pointing south. So there's no way I'd be looking at that. Let's go to ACHR. ACHR. Again, another one. You've got the bearish trend template right here. Looks like a huge reversal on these earnings. Look at this. So it opened down 14% and now it's up about 6.5%. So interesting move right there, but still, I wouldn't touch this. No way. Not in this kind of market. Then let's go to Dell. Dell, again, you've got a bearish trend template right here, 10, 20, 50, all pointing south, and then a huge move down after earnings. That's how much is that down? 5.5% right here. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the market is super weak. The market shows right now that the trend is down across the board. 40% of the stocks move is due to the market. 30% of the stocks move is due to the sector. And only the last 30% of the stock's entire move is due to the stock itself. So when the market is pushing down, when the sectors are pushing down, and you think you've got the one stock that's going to go up from here, I got bad news for you. Just stay out of the way. I bought puts on one stock this week. That was IBN. Already got in, already got out. I made 8% on my puts. Well, that might not sound like very much to you, and it really isn't in the scope of options. I followed my trading plan, and I put one trade on because it fit my entry signals, and I took one trade off because it fit my exit signals. And because of that, I have more money in my account now than I did before. And that's how you need to start looking at things. Do you have a trading plan? Right? For long or going short, do you have that trading plan? And if you don't, now's the time to start looking at them. So while I don't have any new stock picks for the week, let's look at potentially some new monkey hammers this week. Potentially some new monkey hammers. I'm going to continue to say AMD. AMD just continues to be the advanced money destroyer. But it's here at this psychological level of $100. And yesterday it actually closed under that at $99.51. So where is it going to go from here? I'm not entirely sure, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm not buying this, and I'm certainly not going to buy it with I wouldn't buy it with your money, is the way I'm looking at it here. So AMD is my first monkey hammer of the week. Next, I want to look at Google. Look at this. This is one of those stocks that you're like, Google can never go down. Well, it certainly went down to the same price that it was in November, the same price that it was in July of 2024, the same price that it was in April of 2024. Goog is getting absolutely monkey hammered to death right now. And because of that, this is one I would stay away from as far as possible. Both in the tech sector, AMD and Goog. Let's look at one more. Let's look at one you probably would think would never, ever, ever go down. Microsoft, MSFT. Yeah, it does. It actually does go down, right? And it's down to the same level that it was in August of 2024, down to the same level it was in April 2024, down to the same level it was in January of 2024. Will it bounce from here? Possibly. It might bounce from here. In fact, if we draw some support lines underneath right there, it looks like it could find some support down here. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm not putting my money at risk at that. I would never, ever, ever be the guy to call it to say, you know what, this is the bottom. It has to go up from here. And because of that, Microsoft is my third monkey hammer pick of the week. So we've got AMD, we've got Goog, and we've got Microsoft. Now, what am I saying here? Are they going to continue to go down? Possibly so. But more importantly is that they are trending down. And because of that, this is something that I would absolutely stay away from. These kind of stocks are right now wrecking people's portfolios day after day because they think that they know more than the market. They think that they are smarter. There's people who are buying at this level are standing on the tracks and saying, you have to turn around right now. And the trend train is barreling right towards them, and it's going to run them over. Okay. So will they crash next week? I don't know. But I'll tell you, stay away from stocks in downtrends. Or if you're interested in buying puts, now maybe the time to be buying some puts, right? So tell me what you're trading in the chat, and be sure to come back tomorrow where outliers like us save money, save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Now, YouTube is going to pop up a couple recommended videos. I recommend you watch one of them, and I also recommend you have a fantastic day, and we'll talk soon.